from southern Germany on a surprisingly cool summer day. This is one of the reasons I live in Germany, because the heat in Florida just doesn't cut it for me. But this is a great day. It's a damn sight better than the day we had yesterday, because yesterday I went to the airport in Frankfurt, Germany to pick up this gentleman, or not to pick him up, he's bigger than me, to meet him at the airport. And as you can see, he made it into Germany. But I'm going to let him tell the story, because damn it, it turned into an adventure. Did we pick a name for you?
Jason.
Jason. Possibly Jason born in disguise. Jason came to us from, I'm going to remember which state in just a moment, Illinois. But I'm going to let him tell his story. Cheers.
Yeah. I'm from Illinois.
You're at that camera.
I've been on the registry for 16 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah. Illinois, you're not allowed to go to parks. Here we are at a park. Not illegal here. I decided to come to Germany to get away from all that.
Let's start with some basic questions that I think absolutely everybody wants to know. Are you actively on probation or parole?
I'm not.
You're finished.
I've been finished.
Okay. Did you give your 21-day notice?
I gave a 21-day notice.
Did you have any problems giving it?
No problem.
Nobody hassled you? Nobody harassed you?
No.
Okay. When you had your 2 vaccinations?
Had 2 vaccinations.
And you had your 48-hour, 72-hour test before you got on the plane?
Yes.
Okay.
Negative COVID test.
Well, yeah, because you're here, so clearly it's negative. All right.
Which right now they require that till the end of the year, or as long as America is on the high-risk list for Germany.
Okay.
That's a German requirement to cross the border.
Okay. Okay.
All of that.
But is it similar to, and for those of you who will remember James, that's the name we gave you. James is behind the camera today. James is helping out. So I think similar with James, you gave your 21-day notice, but when you got down to the airport, when you got your boarding pass, they asked to see your COVID tests? Or did they?
Yeah, she did.
She did. Okay, so that's the place you cleared COVID,
Yeah.
not here in Europe. Okay. So let me ask this also.
Yeah, in America, they pre-check all the German requirements before they let you board the plane.
Okay.
So there was an Einreisemeldung document, which is an entry document for, I forget all the details at the time.
Yeah, but you learned that the hard way, didn't you?
Yeah.
We'll get into that in just a second, because the adventure really begins here in Germany.
It was about 20 questions, and it's all simple: who you are, where you're going.
Okay, let's go in order for a moment. Did you have any problem getting on the plane?
No.
Any?
TSA never stopped me. They never questioned me. They checked my credentials. I actually had the times wrong by 2 hours, so I tried to board the wrong plane by mistake. And they're like, wrong plane. And I had to wait an extra 2 hours to get on the right plane, but there was no harassment. They didn't pull me aside. No extra screening.
Okay. You flew from Chicago directly to Frankfurt.
Correct.
You land in Frankfurt, get off the plane, no problem.
Yes.
What happened after you got off the plane?
I went through passport control, and she stamped my passport. And I made it through about halfway to the gift shop, which is the room behind passport control. And she came back, and she's like, hey, we need to talk to you.
Okay.
And then they brought me into a little room, and the lady did a bunch of paperwork. And they brought me to a hallway, and they pretty much handed me over to the police inside the hallway, or the airport. The police inside the airport. And they came up with several different stories of why they stopped me and why they had these questions.
Okay.
And it wasn't until the end that they actually said that I was pulled aside because of the criminal history. It was the international Megan's Law that the United States had sent over because I filled out the 21-day notice.
Okay. So Germany knew you were coming.
Germany knew I was coming.
Knew what your history was.
Yes.
Okay. How long did you sit in police detention?
It must have been 5 hours.
Okay. Here's the part he's not telling you. I was there an hour before his flight was supposed to land so that I could meet with him, and he gave the police my phone number with my permission. And the police contacted me, and they asked me to come to the police station in the airport. I gladly did so. I had no reason not to. When I got to the police station, they asked to see my German identification card. They took it from me, walked away, closed the door. I was on the outside of the police station, and there I sat for hours. No idea why. Now I had a good idea of what was going on, but I don't have any idea why they took my ID or why I had to wait so long. Nonetheless, the police ended up coming out and talking to me, and I think they asked me like 2 questions. What is my phone number? No, 3 questions. What is my phone number? What is my address? And could I be a point of contact for him? That's it. Once they did that, they told me, oh, he'll be out in about 1 minute. And about 1 minute later, no, it's about 20 minutes later because you can explain.
Well, at that point, I was packing my suitcase to leave the airport.
And the police let you in.
They let me in.
Okay, so let's be absolutely clear on this so that there's no confusion.
I have 2 entry stamps on my passport.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So, to be crystal clear, the Americans notified Germany.
Mhm.
Germany knew you were coming, knew what your history was. They stopped and talked to you, and they let you in.
Yes. Tell the truth 100%.
Because the chances are pretty good they already know it. The reason, and just to make sure nobody gets confused, the reason that he was held for several hours is because the police literally did not know what to do with this notification from the United States. Is that fair?
There was also a miscommunication internally of the police station with your card and your phone number.
Yeah, okay, they wrote my phone number down wrong, so they had trouble getting a hold of me.
I think that was an extra hour.
Might have been.
You know, I was thinking about this too. I think another hour was wasted for an English translator to come.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
she was not from the airport.
Okay.
Because when a jet came by across the window, she stood up and she's like, "Oh, that's so beautiful."
Ah,
Yeah, she was really nice. She was really nice.
and you talked to her about the situation in the United States.
Yeah, I told her more details. How the registry happens in the United States. People are on there for life. They mark your passports. I don't have a marking in my passport. I filed it back I got it in October, November 2020. And I've had it all this time without a letter sent to me for rejection. So I never had to send it back in and get one with a stamp in it. And she was shocked
About the laws.
about the laws. And I'm not
Shocked
going
in
to
a
say
negative
what
way.
I did, but when I told her what I did, she said that's not a crime because she thought that notification was for something much worse. And I said, no, that's not what I did. I told her what I did, and she said that's not a crime. And I said, in America, it is.
Because everything's a crime in America.
Yeah,
So, all right then. Congratulations for arriving.
thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry you had to spend a few hours in the police station. And so that you know, after he came out, we went and grabbed some Burger King in the airport and caught the speed train home to Stuttgart.
For a lot of those that want to know, they had me fill out maybe 4 or 5 pieces of paper, and they asked me about 30 questions that we typed on the computer. And it was who I was, to verify who I was, what I was doing, and what my intentions were. And I told them, I'm here to look for work, and if I find work, I'm here to stay. But none of the questions were related to the crime or the notice that America sent.
Is it fair to say that at the end of the day, Germany didn't give a damn about the notice from the United States?
I'd say the one cop seemed aggravated he had to deal with it. I'm not sure why, but the other cops, no. Like, the translator was a cop. She was,
Oh, okay.
She was a cop
Okay.
herself. And she did, after talking to her heart to heart, she understood.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome to a new life. So this makes person number 5 that successfully made it in. So this is living proof. Folks are really getting in. Germany's really letting them in. And we're not doing it secretly. We're not doing it covertly. So just as James did, just as Jason did, if you're not happy with your life, if there's something about your situation you don't like, do something about it. These gentlemen did. It's your turn. Until next time, my friends, be safe, be healthy, be smart. Cheers.